Hello, this is our group integration presentation by Teresa Contreras and Melissa Rovetto. Our agenda for today, we will start with our introduction. We will go into our three new ways of thinking: homework, TPAC framework, and gamification. Then we'll end with our conclusion. Education is always evolving. New ideas, ways of thinking, and pedagogical practices are ever changing with the times. We as teachers have to change to meet the needs of our students. Today, we will consider new ideas that can be implemented in the classroom. We will discuss new ways of viewing homework, how TPAC is an essential tool for teachers, and lastly, how gamification influences engagement and learning. Our first point is the importance of homework. Homework can be a powerful learning tool if designed and assigned correctly. Whitman, 2014. It is important as teachers that we do not just assign busy work at home. Homework can be assigned as a collaboration with other students. This is a perfect opportunity to incorporate technology into the homework. Why? Because homework needs to be meaningful, engaging, and challenging. Classroom connections. Students can work on making multimedia presentations where they collaborate using the same platform or documents. Standards connection. Common Core state standards require students to have digital literacy and technology skills such as multimedia and presentation tools. Students can practice cutting and pasting, formatting slides. Remember, teachers, assigning too much homework does not allow students to rest, have family time, or passions outside of the classroom. Next, our new way of thinking or new idea for education is the TPAC framework that teachers should use. It guides teachers to select appropriate educational technologies, analyzes the connection between tech, pedagogy, and content. Finley, 2014. Each of these components is to work within the context of the class. Finley, 2014. Some classroom connections. Use the framework in the classroom to decide the best practices for tech integration with the first day of school approaching quickly. It is important to take this into consideration. Standards connection. The ESTE Standard 1.6. Students communicate clearly and express themselves for a variety of purposes using platforms appropriate for their goals. But what is a TPAC framework? Let's talk about that a little bit. TPAC combines three knowledge areas: technological knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and content knowledge. Now, what do they mean? Well, the content knowledge is the what. For example, what is it that you're teaching? Math, art, science. Then we have the pedagogy knowledge. That is the how. How are we teaching these kids? By direct instruction, inquiry, a group discussion. And lastly, we have technology that brings these two in together. The technology is what kind of tool are you using for all of these? Are we using a laptop, an iPad, a smart board, maybe a video? As you can see, these overlap, and we have the TPAC framework, which this is known as the sweet spot where we want all our students to be, okay? Having the best of all three. Meaningful tech integration is just plain complicated. Finley 2014. Our next new way of thinking or idea for the classroom is gamification and digitizing the classroom. Gamification is one way that technology can be used in the classroom. Games can be made as an integral part of traditional classroom lectures to improve learning, motivation, and engagement. Wang, 2016. Classroom connections. Use online quiz games like Kahoot or Quizzes. Add a layer of collaboration and implement the team function to offer chances for students to work together. Standards connections. In the Common Core State Standards K through 12, technology, skills, scope, and sequence, students need to demonstrate the ability to use technology for research, critical thinking, decision making, communication, and collaboration, creativity, and innovation. In this type of activity, for example, in Kahoot, students can work as a team. And as a team, they need to use communication. Also, decision making. What decision are they going to make? What's the answer that they're going to choose? And critical thinking. In conclusion, we have to remember that we have a new way of learning. And as teachers, we also need to evolve with this new way of learning and new way of teaching. Remember, we have to engage our students, and we also have to make technology and content more accessible to all our students. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation, and we leave you with our references.